Welcome back to the channel, and I'm really pleased to start this whole series, this how-to series, with making videos for my channel. And I'm going to go through in step by step what I actually do, what my workflow is for the videos that I make for Gaming for XP channel. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on each step. I plan to do individual videos for each of these steps if you think it's going to be useful for you. So let's get into it and let's show you an overview of the steps I have to go through to produce one video. So here we go. These are the things that I do every single time I make a video for the channel. And the first one's probably the difficult one, is to come up with an idea for your next video. For some of the series, it can be pretty easy to figure out. I mean, I've got unlock your creativity going. I have quick builds going, and so they are pretty easy to figure out what I might want to do. Others can be a little bit more difficult, like the builds I do for Fallout 4. You got to actually figure out what you're going to build first, and what you haven't done before, and all that kind of stuff. So once you've got that down and you got the idea on paper, then get into recording, and we will show you in a sec. We'll show you a little bit about how the recording goes. Then we're going to get into editing, create a thumbnail, render the video up, and then upload to YouTube. So let's go to step 2 and show you how I record my content. So I'm recording directly from Xbox, and so I use the Elgato HD60 capture card, which is plugged in between my Xbox and my computer. You can see we're in the process of building something at Starlight here, and there's just a few key things that I have to remember every time I do this. And you'll see down in the kind of right hand bottom corner, there's a couple of titles there. I've got to remember to change them, and that will put straight to my hard drive once I record the content. Now, I do have the option of recording audio directly onto the gameplay here. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. You can see in this instance I'm purely capturing game footage, so the microphone kind of right down on that bottom viewing panel is not highlighted blue. That basically means I'm not recording any voiceovers or audio. I will get game audio, but I won't actually get a voiceover for this particular gameplay that I'm capturing here. I also stream from here, so there's you'll see just where it says YouTube there, right on that bottom panel, that little green icon. I can link straight to my stream from here, and away we go. And usually I will have this screen that you're seeing now that's live. I usually have that preview switched off when I'm streaming. So let's move on and go to the part that's probably going to take you the most time, which is editing. So I'm not using over complicated software. I use iMovie, and you can see there's a number of my projects just sitting here waiting to be done or have completed, and I haven't got rid of them yet. So we'll start a new project just by clicking on the plus sign, and up comes the blank box, and it's just a case of pulling the information in, which I'll show you the Unlock Creativity, the latest one that I'm working on now. So I've got to find, and you can see I've got lots and lots of stuff recorded here. I've got to find the latest one, which will be that one. Click on that and import it into iMovie. Now, what I would encourage you to do is be recording more than you need when you're thinking about putting videos together. It's a lot easier to throw away footage than having to go back and record bits that you miss, and that's really in your planning, about thinking about exactly what you're doing, how your video is going to go, and what footage you're going to need. Now, I'm just showing you the process I go through. I've dropped a whole lot of things in, imported a whole lot of things that I'm going to need, the title screen and stuff, and then I may then do a voiceover. You can see that little file that's just appeared there at the bottom, the voiceover from here, or I may use other software. So Takes a while cutting down footage, getting voiceovers, and once you've done that, what I would do, and I'm just going to show you the introductory video that I made for the how-to series. It really is just a case of getting that all together, and you can see all the clips that's involved, and lots of little voiceovers there. They've all been optimized and whatnot, and it's just a case of now for me outputting it via this little window here, making sure all your settings are set appropriately. We'll call this number 2 because I've already outputted one, and sending it to my hard drive and rendering it into the right file format. And of course your software will differ in how you do this process. So the last couple of steps here I will do concurrently. And sometimes that happens. You can see renderings in the wrong position too, but it just depends how your workflow works. But generally I would start uploading my YouTube video and then create the thumbnail, but sometimes I already have the thumbnail done ahead of time. So I use Photoshop via Bridge. There's plenty of programs out there that you can use on the market that don't cost you anything. Things like GIMP is a free alternative to Photoshop. You could also use I think it's called Paint.net, which is an online editing software that you can use via the cloud. There's a lot of options out there. Just find the one that suits you. And here we're building the thumb for Assassin's Creed Combat explained video. Thumbnails are a whole different ball game, and you really have to take some time and thinking about what you want these to look like. YouTube's a very big visual medium, and people were attracted by your thumbnails. So spending the time trying to get your thumbnails right is worth it. But then once you've done that, once you've kind of built your core base, you can just save that as a template file and then just add in what you need beyond that. But this can take quite as long as the editing can. I'll be honest, sometimes you can get thumbnails done in 5 or 10 minutes, sometimes they'll take a couple of hours, so just be prepared for that. So here's a little tip that I would suggest you do before you upload to YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're uploading to. Check the rendered footage. Spend the time just to run through the video that you've just put together, you edited, you rendered that, and make sure everything looks good, sounds good before you upload. This sounds very obvious, but let me tell you, if you get it wrong, you gotta wait a whole lot more time for the video to upload, and you don't want to do it twice, especially if you've got a big 20-25 minute video. So last step is just to get it up into YouTube. I will be showing you a whole lot of tips about how to upload and how to save defaults and everything in future episodes. So unlock your creativity, just typing it in here. It will pick up the file name and automatically add it, depending on what you've named the file when you've rendered it. And that's the whole process. It probably takes a couple of hours at least to do videos. Some are longer than others. There's not a defined time for doing this. Depends how much time you want to spend in editing, how tricky it is. This video has taken quite a while because there's a lot of different steps, a lot of voiceovers to do, etc. So I thought it was worth sharing, and I'm now in your hands. Leave comments below if this has been useful. Also, just let me know what you'd like to see and whether I can help with those. So I have a heap of ideas, and pretty much as I said, I will start to break down each of these steps in a little bit more detail on the channel in the coming weeks. So as ever, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you next time.